Well, I'm going to take you back to the past.
Of course.
And don't poo-poo me, mister. But, and you also said you didn't have a wide knowledge base on Deep Purple and sort of those other sort of the grandfathers of heavy metal.
Yeah, I've heard, I do like Deep Purple generally, just the stuff I've heard, but I've heard like, the greatest hits or something, I don't know Deep Purple.
Yeah, and I really didn't either, and I still don't, and really, I guess in many ways don't care to. It was just not my bag, man.
Yeah.
This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
I was always a Richie Blackmore fan just because he's a cool guy holding a guitar and he's part of history, This is that other dimension, I think, at least for me, because, as you know, I'm a huge Whitesnake fan.
Yeah.
So by proxy, I'm a huge David Coverdale fan.
Mm-hmm.
And Whitesnake always plays a song called Burn, and they play it, and they burn when they play it live. Okay. And Coverdale still to this day in his late 60s is still burning and hits those notes. So, and I don't know if you know this, Coverdale was one of the original Deep Purple singers.
I did have an inkling that he had played with them before. I didn't realize he was one of the originals, but yeah.
Yeah, we're going to show actually a live version of Burn. It's not a live video per se, it's cuts.
Right.
That are streamed together from another concert from another year. But it gives you a feel, and also playing the original version, for me, you hear a lot more of the organ sound, which is very, very Deep Purple.
Yeah.
You got Ian Pace, who's the drummer. The song is also known for, while he's singing the verses, the drummer's going nuts.
Okay.
It's very cool. And he's an underrated drummer. So this shows that. And it shows Coverdale was on his game as this guy in his 20s, this young kid.
Yeah.
So anyways, after this, we'll show Deep Purple classic Burn.
Awesome. Okay. So Deep Purple, Burn, live from 1975.
Let there be light.
This is just a riff and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
This band's been called the loudest band in the world. So, put your hands together, please. Burn with Deep Purple!
So I just have to say that this sounds very familiar to me. Like, I think I have heard the song before, but I've never heard it live like this, and with Coverdale or anything. So this is pretty cool.
Mm.
She said, 'cause the one you
It's good to be with you.
Good to be the lead singer of Deep Purple.
Oh my God. Those vocals are insane.
Come on now. I mean, cheap cigarettes, hookers, booze, rock and roll, baby. I mean,
It's crazy. Yeah, no, that was crazy. I love the organ sound. I mean, that's one of the things about Deep Purple that always stands out, right?
Yeah.
And just the whole mix, the riff, of course, it's a classic riff. It's gonna stick in my head for the rest of the day. I'm sure of that.
Well, what stood the test of time, is at least with the organ, is you hear organ with a hard-driven guitar. 9 times out of 10, you're going to think prog rock, progressive,
Right.
Yeah. And this is where that started. Heavy metal, progressive, prog metal. That shit wouldn't be around without Deep Purple. That's why they stood the test of time, because these guys were doing something special. It's now just like literally a genre trend.
Well, if you think about the structure of this song, it breaks into this whole segment that's practically classical music, like these chord changes.
Well, that break, yeah,
that break,
which I don't mind when they're written out like that, as opposed to when it's like during a solo where you're trying to take us to this place. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like that part. If you liked it,
I love that, and that's not the first time I've heard Deep Purple go in that direction.
No.
Yeah, no, and that adds a whole other dimension, but it doesn't overtake the whole song. Like if you're listening to a neoclassical, like an Yngwie or something like that, it's just adding a little bit of flair to a down home rock song. So no, very cool.
No, and that's the other reason. Another reason why I was going to show you the later version, and I encourage you. We'll put the link up there. Mm-hmm. I encourage you to check out the Whitesnake version of it, because that concert was the Doug Ulrich Reb Beach combination. So I was going to show you that band playing it, but I still went to this classic to be able to show you the real, to feel that 1975 feel.
Yeah, and that voice, jeez.
Look at him. Range. He was a baby. I don't even know if he was fully shaving yet. I mean, and these guys were doing something special in their early 20s.
Yeah.
Ian Pace is going like a monster during the lyrics.
The drums.
That's got balls to do that.
Yeah, no, the drums stood out to me for sure. I mean, that was, it was right in the pocket of the whole song. And he was going nuts, but it didn't overtake the vocals or anything like that. It was a perfect compliment.
You don't hear that. Yeah, you don't hear that, but it's so damn cool. And then what about a one-word chorus? I mean, that's fucked up. That's incredible.
Exactly.
I love that. It's just like,
yeah. No, very cool.
I just think it's really, if you think about what they were doing at that time, they were to pull that off and be, Richie Blackmore all confident, knowing that riff is just no.
Yeah. No, it's like it reminds me of like their what is it, Highway Star that they do. Also, it's similar, and it's just a great sound. Just overall, I really dig it. I had no idea.
Another great live song. This was also a longer version, but I still wanted to go with to capture the feel of the time. But,
oh wow, it's an 8 minutes and 18 seconds. I had no idea. I just got into it, so it didn't seem that long.
And the Whitesnake version was too. It's just because they do revisit the chorus several times, and but when it's this iconic and it's this catchy, I have no fucking problem with that at all.
No, it's very cool.
Yeah.
And if you dig it, please hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell. That way you get notified whenever we come out with new videos.
Got to do it, man.
Do it. All right. Well, until next time,